gotta do it from the phone that I'm on. We live. We live, baby. Yeah.
Oh my God. Why do you do that every episode?
Because I have to. It's sort of my thing.
Every episode, though. Why?
I don't know. I like it. I don't have much. Don't take that away from me. Please.
I don't like
it. You ain't gonna like.
Yep, and one of them is you.
Here's the thing. I've been not liked by much better people. Under much better circumstances.
Whatever.
Look at this. You made my damn phone freeze.
Whatever.
My phone literally froze.
It froze because all you do is talk shit. And I don't appreciate it. Not one bit. Hey, that rhyme. Bars.
I may have to step back for a second.
Why?
Because I gotta share it to Facebook.
You make 0 sense, you know that.
Who's here? Who's here? No, my phone is literally. And it won't turn off.
Anybody coming?
Probably not, because I ain't able to share it. I may have to use my other phone.
Use
I'm doing it.
It really froze?
Right, it's froze. Like my home button isn't even working. Like it's not even like it's like it's dead.
Plug it in the charger.
But it's not dead. It's fully charged.
Plug it in the charger and see if that wakes it up.
It didn't even vibrate like it was getting a charge.
Well, hurry up and share it right here on this phone.
I will.
And hurry up.
Stop being mean to me.
You always accuse me of being mean to you, Ken, when really, I'm just trying to teach you.
Bro, because you really are mean to me.
I am not mean to you. I'm just a concerned citizen
that
is trying to
it's
teach
finally
you.
trying to turn back on.
What?
It's finally trying to turn back on.
Well, hurry up. Supposed to be starting a podcast.
Hey, ain't nobody even typing like they here. We all right, girl.
Don't call me no girl, boy.
Don't do that.
All right then. See how I feel? Let's see.
I'm back. I don't know why my phone did that.
Hurry up and share.
I already shared it. I did it to Facebook already.
Oh. You're right. I am being mean to you.
Nah, do your thing. Nah, you know. It's okay. I'm just gonna try to hold it in. I'm gonna try to hold it in.
You make no sense. You know that? Let me move this up a little bit back to where I had it. Because
Hey,
now I can see it.
if you're in the building, let us know because we can't see unless you talk. We've been on 4 minutes.
I'm so proud of you, Ken.
Why are you proud of me?
Because you got a tripod for your phone.
Thanks to Patreon, I was able to afford it. Julie, Kimberly, Patrick said he's being a patron today, VIP member, I might add. Top tier. Talked to him all day today.
What happened? We still live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what? Okay, hold on.
In this thing, yeah.
I don't see any comments. What are you talking about?
I'm reading your comment.
Oh. Well, don't be doing that. Drop a hello if you're in this thing. Ken, how was your day today?
Uneventful, as usual. Put in a full work day, 10 hours. You know, saving lives.
Saving lives.
Doing my best to do it.
Okay.
Doing my best to do it.
I guess I was saving lives too by, doing what I do.
Did you save as many as me?
Maybe more.
Nah, we can pull the stats up. You know how that go.
Yeah, but my lives are worth more than your lives.
Man, I don't know what's going on, Joy. They normally in here by now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 7:30-ish. We came 7:30. 7:35.
No, we didn't.
I guess we got you. We've only been live 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just give people some time to come in.
Man, these people normally in here before us, God.
Yeah.
Bruh, they sit. Margie said we sitting here waiting shit talking. We sitting there waiting talking shit about y'all time. We here. We waiting on the dumps.
Yeah, we live. Oh, my shoulder hurt. It's my left shoulder. Am I having a heart attack?
It's your arm, not your shoulder.
It is my arm right here.
But no, I don't know. There'd be good content if you do. Look at my boy Joe. I ain't gonna lie.
What it do, Joe?
Be here. My boy Joe be here, man. I don't know him as Joe. I know him as something else. I don't know if you want me to call him by his government. I don't know. He incognito. Margie says, Pat fault. I'm sick of hearing about whose fault it is, Margie. Get in here. Dang it. I'm feeling kind of sophisticated today, guys. Got my cheese. And the liquor store was closing when I was pulling up to it. Or shall I say, walking up to it.
Ken,
Try to get
you
me
are learning so much from me, and I'm so proud of you.
What are you talking about?
You know,
Why quit sending me stuff to my inbox? I'm on live.
You know, I like wine and cheese and things like that. You trying to copy me? You either copying or you learning.
Girl, stop. Gotta have a pinky up.
And you're not even drinking it in a wine glass. What kind of ghetto?
I don't have a wine glass.
You could have went to Dollar Tree and got $1 wine glass.
It ain't walking distance.
Mm.
I might have a wine glass up in there. I probably ain't look. I'm about to go see.
No, don't leave the camera.
You better not this episode.
What?
You better not.
Better not what?
leave the camera because you're known for doing that. Margie, thank you for finally joining us. Gee.
Hey, Margie. Don't mind Ken.
Where my boy Pat at?
Ken's being a little sensitive today. He drinking his pink wine. He feeling like, men ain't shit.
Margie, I want my baby wine. I got that barefoot pink Moscato.
He looked like he gave birth to 3 children, don't want to do good in school, ran his nerves up today, worked at the nurse's station in the hospital, and he just needed a glass of wine when he got home. He's a single mother, y'all.
I took my bra off as soon as I walked through the door.
Yeah, a single mother.
Gotta let them yard dogs loose.
I thought we was the only one that said that. We used to say, yeah, when we go out in public, like you always gotta have a bra because your dog's gonna roam the yard.
Yeah, you got them yard dogs. Gonna put a chain on them.
That's funny.
Dipset Cameron,
So your day was pretty good, huh?
Dipset, man, uneventful, still in this house. I want to say I'm probably on day 30.
So I heard that we might not be going to work for another month from now.
Is that a reliable source? Is that a reliable source?
It's pretty much speculation, but the only reason it's speculation is because they sent out an email today where they were going to give out supplies. And they said, if you want a chair shipped to you, we can do that, but it'll take 5 to 10 business days. And I said, well, if the chair is going to take 5 to 10 business days to get to us, how long are we going to be working from home?
Margie said we're not going back to work before June.
Wow.
I don't think I can handle it.
I heard it was June before we even left, but I wasn't sure how true that was. So
that's craziness. But we got 5 watches, 2 of them which are us. So let's start the show.
All right, let's do it.
We're not doing this, Jordan.
What?
Let me do my intro uninterrupted, and let me do my, what's up, David? Let me do my goddamn outro uninterrupted as well. But as we start, what's up, guys?
Wait. Just play. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
This thing, I gotta get myself juiced up and charged up to do this. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maybe I'm Tripping with Big Ken
and Joy the Queen. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, YouTube subscribers. Thank you, Patreons. Thank you, our faithful fan following that always comes through. We really appreciate everything that you guys do for us. We appreciate you tuning in, giving us topics, joining in on the conversation in the comments. We appreciate every single one of you. And Ken finally has a tripod. Can't you guys tell?
Welcome to Big Ken Studios here in the corner of my room. I have my light. I have my camera, eye level, laptop. You won't hear me typing no more. So we good to go. And that's all due to the patrons.
Yes.
Your donations do not go unused. I ordered this Amazon, came in today. Was supposed to be here tomorrow. Came today. Tripod, Olight. I ain't got to worry about my phone falling down. I'm good. I'm not looking down at looking up at me. And I want to thank you. Margie, we know. I've already talked to Pat. hopefully by the end of this podcast, he can be a patron too.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Margie was a first tier and just was like, oh shit, I made a mistake. I'm gonna get to that top tier. But David, Margie, Joe, Pat, I know he's watching from her phone. Thank you. Every Monday, Wednesday, and weekend day, you guys are here.
Sure are.
He got that stimulus package yesterday, no excuses. Speaking of stimulus, we're going to be on that today because it was a video of epic proportion floating around floating around Facebook, but we're going to get to that. First, we're going to talk about Joya and things she want to talk about because it's her thing.
Oh, today
hey, David, you might like this one. Joe, you might like this one. I don't know about Pat. What's today?
Today is for people who love anime. Today is National Anime Day. And I'm all here for it. I might go binge watch some Naruto tonight. Guys, if you are into anime, drop your favorite anime shows in the comments. I want to see what y'all looking at. My top 2 favorites would be Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. And I'm going to stick with that. So let me know. Let me know what y'all rocking.
Hey, David is in the anime big time. He does his thing.
Oh, you've been watching all day, David? Good. I haven't had a chance.
My anime is Voltron. I was watching anime and didn't even know it was anime.
Wow.
Right, okay, Joy.
What?
I'm talking to you. You ain't talking back.
I said, wow.
So you're not a fan of Voltron?
Not really.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is what David said. You watched that?
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist. I heard that is so good. I have not gotten into it, but there are some YouTubers that I watch faithfully. They are actually watching it right now, and I'm trying to stay off of their channel so I can avoid any spoilers, but man, I really, really want to get into it. So
we talking anime. What's your favorite anime, Keith?
today is National Anime Day, so drop your favorites in the comments. I've already told mine, Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. And yeah.
I like Voltron.
Voltron?
Yeah.
Is that the only one you know?
Dragon Ball Z, but I couldn't get into it.
Man.
I would rush home to get and try to turn. They were like, I don't know, it kind of hit kind of hard. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'm finna run home and watch. I'm like, it's not really what I'm used to. So I didn't watch cartoons enough to follow the storyline. So it fell off. I had friends who did it and liked it and went Super Saiyan at school and shit. I just thought they were weird.
You never, did something and hit the Naruto run?
That is the dumbest run I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh. I can't do it because I'm sitting down on the couch, but they know what I'm talking about.
Pull the camera back and show us your Naruto.
No, because then I have to fix it back again, and I don't feel like doing all that. Yep. I agree, Keith. Let's see. I've never went to a Comic-Con, but the only reason why I really wanted to go to one, especially the San Diego Comic-Con, is because I am a huge fan of The Walking Dead. And I've always wanted to go there and meet some of the Walking Dead characters. That's my all-time favorite show right now. It's always been. So.
You should post your female Sub-Zero picture in here.
I wasn't Sub-Zero.
No, you had, but I'm saying, I don't know who you were. You was what's that lady name? Let it snow, let it snow.
I was not Elsa.
Okay, I thought you were her. But you should post, if you can post it in here and be like, this is me. Then you had one where you looking like a superhero when you did that shoot with those other ladies when you had the purple top on.
I was not a superhero.
It seemed superhero-ish.
It wasn't superhero-ish. I was a ninja.
Never would have got that.
And the other one, I was an ice queen.
David said he met Carl in Austin.
Oh, nice. It was kind of dirty how they did Carl, but Chandler Wiggs was getting older. He was outgrowing the storyline, and I agree with him. He wanted to focus on his music and his school, so can't knock that, you know. But okay, so the next topic, I wanted to tell you that I finally seen that episode of Tiger King.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel about it?
You were right.
I told you, waste the time.
You were right. And you know, looking at the whole thing, it made me realize that these are probably paid actors. I don't believe the story is real anymore.
But somebody went to jail.
Yeah, somebody went to jail, but he's in jail. He can't really talk or anything like that. I'm sure he was the Tiger King and he had tigers and stuff like that. But I mean, like the stories surrounding him, I believe a lot of them were actors.
The two husbands?
Yeah,
especially
especially
killed themselves.
They said he killed himself on accident.
I didn't know his campaign manager was gay too.
Oh yeah, I did.
He did say that. Cause he said I'm like 34. I was like above. I was like I outaged him or whatever. He likes 18 and dumb.
Yeah, I think they're actors. Some of them, at least. Either they're not actors or they were put in the position to kind of egg this storyline on, because the guy that was directing his documentary or show or whatever, the one with the hat, looks like
right.
a country western singer.
Right.
He's all the way in like Sweden or something like that. Where
right.
did they say he was? But I think that he got there to do the show and he realized, dang, this is gonna be some good ass TV if I get all the dirt on him. And then other people just came in to play and, you know.
So, but the husband, so it was reality show-ish.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna get people to follow, like he's gonna plant the seeds to get people to follow the storyline without them knowing it.
But the thing is, when they said the Tiger King was afraid of the tigers and shit, and said he always did that same when he was in the pen. It would be the same 3 tigers, and he said those tigers were high, and one was blind. And every time he was with the tiger, it would be with a kitten. So is he really the Tiger King?
I don't know. I don't, honestly, you can't really believe anything that they have on TV nowadays anyway. But I will say this. The husband that didn't have any teeth and now he has teeth, he cleaned himself up.
Yeah. Even the guy with no legs, he didn't have teeth. He got teeth now.
Yeah. And he's actually, he seems like a pretty cool dude, you know.
And they had Zookeeper.
Which one?
The just tall, skinny guy. You know, it was the one with no legs, and then it was the tall, skinny guy with the long hair. Because he asked him, did he watch? He has a fucked up ass disposition.
I don't think he does. I like him. He's a cool dude. He's just
like you.
How do you say that? I am not this. So stop it.
You ain't moved since we started.
He has, because I am a professional, kid.
Okay. And scene.
Oh my God. Anyway, the guy with the long hair seems like such the coolest dude. Like, he seems like me. Like, mind your business.
I just said that.
But I'm just saying, like, what I like about him. I'm not saying that me and him are the same person or we have the same personality, but I like the fact that he just kind of minds his business. He don't really care about what other people got going on. It's just, you know, just living, you know?
Yeah.
And that's that.
It just was too dry and just his interview just I was like, go to the next person. Shit.
Yeah, Margie, I felt like the meth was real. I'm not saying that they're like just actors that are getting paid to do that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like somebody was pushing that agenda along. Because everybody in the show kept saying I wasn't portrayed in the right light, or I didn't feel like I agree with the way that I was portrayed and stuff like that. And that can easily be manipulated on a camera. You get so much footage where you can just chop, and chop, you know. I feel like they were getting those scenes, and it probably wasn't even a part of the show that they were filming. He was just there to, I'm going to get all the dirt that I can.
He was the white Mona Scott Young.
Pretty much.
Didn't pay them people and didn't. I'm just like I said, the Tiger King came out of nowhere. All these shows that are dropping on Netflix are coming out of nowhere. And they cashing in. I'm trying to watch Ozark, can't get into it.
Why?
It's just anticlimactic. It's just, here's the thing. I tried to watch Ozark a long time ago, because when I went back and was like, let me see what they talk about on Ozark, I was like, I saw this. I didn't like it then either. It's weird.
Well, I will say this. Speaking of Tiger King, the producer of Tiger King fired all his employees amid the crisis, and now they can't pay their bills and they're reaching out for help. How do you feel about that?
All that money Tiger King getting?
I wouldn't say all that money, because normally when you have something on Netflix, you get a check. And then after that, unless you negotiate to get paid per stream. Now, if they did that,
who's getting that money?
Rich. Well, they get paid. It's like if me and you shot a movie, right? And we pitched it to Netflix, and they're like, okay, we'll put it on Netflix. Here's your check for $5 million. Leave us alone. It's going to be on Netflix, right?
So they buy the rights.
Right. You can buy, they pay you off in one payment, or you can have the option to negotiate to get paid per stream, which is always better because you don't know how much is going to blow up. Some people, if they don't have confidence in their documentary or movie or whatever, they'll just take the check and go with it. Now, just imagine if it blows up on Netflix and it's like #1, just like the Tiger King was, and you just took that check and dip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but social media hyped up Tiger King because I had heard about it. I'm not watching that bullshit. And
yeah, that's normally how everything happens on Netflix, just like Bird Box and, you know, all of those that were
never
trending.
watched it. Never watched
Bird
it.
Box, I'll be honest, it wasn't that good. I was wanting to see some monsters or something. They never showed what it was.
I'm not a hype beast though. It's like when somebody likes something, not that I dislike it, but I'm not gonna run. I'll get to it in my own time. Even like people like, hey, listen to this new album, listen to this song, listen to that song. I'm like, I'll get to it. I got what I'm listening to right now. And if I happen to listen to it, then that's what it is. Me neither, David. Never saw Bird Box. David said he couldn't get into Tiger King either. It's just, it kind of draws you in at times, and then sometimes it's like super dull, but that last episode with them interviews, straight trash.
Yeah, it was, the way that it was set up, it just made it look really fake to me. Like, you know, made me start questioning the whole story in the first place. So
right. It's just weird when people just run to something. I just be like, I'll get to it when I can. I don't feel like running up behind that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm normally the type of person that'll at least give something a chance. So I would at least, try to look at it, and
You said Bird Box was stupid.
it was like it just didn't make much sense to me.
I don't get it.
It could have been a better storyline.
I still haven't seen what's the other one that was a spinoff from shit. The name of that movie when the black guy was dating that white girl and had him in a trance.
Oh, you talking about Get Out?
Get Out. Took me a while to watch Get Out. Then I watched it and I liked it. It was a bit long for me, but then the other one that came out after that one, Us.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen that one.
It was not a spinoff. It was just, I think.
I mean, but by the same director, I guess.
Right.
But Peele. It was Keelan Peele, right?
Peele. I think it was just Jordan Peele, not Keelan.
Jordan, that's his first name, Jordan Peele. I was calling him Keelan for some reason. But yes, this is my first and only bottle. I'm only drinking this because the liquor store closed on me. So I had to get what I could while I could.
I think those two movies, the storylines could have been a little bit better, but there's so many subliminal messages that if you watch it for a second time, you would love the movie. The first time I seen it, I was like, where are they going with this? And then I had to watch it again to understand exactly what the message was in those movies.
Right.
And then also the first time I seen it, even though I didn't really catch on to the storyline right away or, exactly what they were trying to portray, I did love just the way that they directed it. The cinematography was great. And that's what I liked about the movies, just off jump. Just the different scenes and, just the way that they shot it and all the angles that they used. So I did appreciate it for that at first, but I had to watch it again to know what it meant for the culture.
Right. So what did you see? What have you seen on the Twitters? Because I don't have Twitter. So what's on the Twitter's agenda?
So
Trending.
Yes, David. I cannot wait for that Candyman remake because he's doing it too. And I am here for it. Candyman has scared me from the time that I was a very small child. And if I see him, even if he's not in Candyman clothes, the actor, I will probably have a heart attack. But I can't wait to see it. I really can't.
I'm not a fan of horror, so I don't pay people to scare me. So I've seen Candyman in passing, but I can tell you that I probably never watched it. I have a very vivid imagination and I have dreams. And they turn into nightmares and I don't like it.
I mean, I'm the same way. I'm very jumpy when I watch like scary stuff. I might sleep with the light on for the first couple nights, but after that, I'm good. I like scary movies though.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Yes, the Candyman is official. So what I've seen on the Twitters today.
Your mama is crazy. David said my mama took me to see Candyman in theaters when I was 6. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I remember being really, really small watching Candyman and my mom using that as a scare tactic. Like, you better go to sleep for Candyman get you. You better be good for Candyman get you. And that's probably why I was more afraid of him than what I should have been.
Right.
And so, yeah. So it looked like we had about 10 viewers in there. If you guys are in there, drop a hello, comment, interact with us. But what I seen on Twitter today was that Donald Trump, and I usually don't like to do political topics, but I want to get everyone's opinion on this. So let me know what you guys think. Donald Trump halts the funding for WHO so they can investigate the way that the coronavirus, or so they can investigate the coronavirus response. So WHO is the World Health Organization. So he is halting funding for them in the middle of a crisis. What do you guys think about that? What up,
I don't know.
Patrick?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
What up, Kimberly? I don't think I told you hello, but if I didn't, I'm telling you now.
I don't know what that is. WHO. I haven't been watching much TV.
It's World Health Organization. So basically,
What they do?
Study health trends. They study different studies and vaccines and just all kinds. It's the World Health Organization. This is what helps our country stay healthy, pretty much.
He's a dumbass.
Is that all you got to say about that?
Here's the thing. That's the only thing you can say about it. If somebody takes money from something during a pandemic, gonna take money from something that helps with research or whatever, I'm gonna have to Google this later because I got upset immediately. But that's ridiculous. That's just like firing. It's like firing the CDC.
I am going to tell you exactly what they do. The World Health Organization's primary role is to direct international health within the United Nations system and lead partners in global health responses. So basically, it's not just national, but international, because of course it's the World Health Organization, not just within the United States, but pretty much they help with global health responses. So if there is an outbreak in another country, their job is to study that, follow the trends on it, and make sure that it doesn't spread beyond that point and keep all the other countries at bay or safe, right?
Yeah. So
he's halting funding on that. And you said is because he's a dumbass, right?
He's a dumbass.
And I think, in my opinion, right? And this is what I'm going to say. Y'all tell me if y'all think the same thing or not. But I think he is trying to find someone to put the blame on because he didn't respond appropriately to the coronavirus.
No president responds to anything quickly when it happens because they don't fucking know. They're just people.
But you have people around you. That's why there are so many people around the president. There's one that deals with, the military. There's one that deals with, World Health Organization. There's some that deal with this and this and this. And there are all these people around you to give you the latest updated news. And this is before the public even knows about it. And you have an option to respond to it or ignore it. And I think because at first he ignored it, he said it was a Democratic hoax. He said that it was a Chinese virus. He did all of these negative things towards the coronavirus when it first was happening and people were first getting sick. And, we found out people were traveling and bringing it here. He just responded so negatively towards it that I think that he realizes that now, of course, with all the people that have died in the United States so far. And I think he feels like I need someone to point the finger at. So I'm going to shut down World Health Organization or halt their funding just so that way it can make it look like it was their ball that was dropped, basically, because I'm going to investigate you. So I'm stopping your funding.
He did that so we can flip that other money into the stimulus.
That too. Just like with the whole, what was it? What happened to where something shut down and then the next thing you know, he had the money for the wall?
Who knows? I can tell you, I'm not following them. I'm not.
Well, yeah, I mean, Joe, what it makes it seem like is that the World Health Organization didn't do their job and they're being investigated and their funding is being halted. So yeah, Patrick, China probably was underreporting as well.
Shit, we underreporting too.
We are definitely underreporting. But the thing that
we're under and over-reporting because any death that's not a gunshot is going to be linked to COVID.
Yeah. My thing is this too. We are underreporting, but I don't see why. And we're asking for more tests and things, but you have time to test a tiger.
Right. They had a dry cough. He had a dry cough.
Yeah. Michigan got shut down.
Why did Michigan get shut down?
Because people aren't listening to the quarantine and the self-isolation and all this stuff.
So who shut the city down?
Whoever's running. Hold on, did you say what?
Who shut the city down? I heard it was a specific demographic of people who don't want to fucking listen, who have such privilege, and they don't want to listen, that the people had to shut the city down because they don't want to do, because they can't do what now?
They can't go fishing and they can't garden.
Garden and fish in Michigan. I bet you can't guess what race it is.
You know, I was gonna say something.
Margie said,
hold on. I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to sound mean. But I'm gonna be mean to you right now. Michigan is a city?
No.
You said they shut the city down.
Michigan is a state.
Okay, I'm just making sure you knew.
But it was a specific city in Michigan.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, okay, so
you tried to play me.
No, you're not listening.
You tried it. You just tried to play me.
No.
Nah.
I said Michigan shut down.
She tried to play me. I said what I said and I meant what I said. They shut the city down because it wasn't in every city.
Listen to me, Ken. I said
what
Michigan.
City was that report from? Ann Arbor.
It was from
Ann Arbor.
Something like that. What I said was Michigan was shut down. There was a city that started protesting that because they wanted to go fishing and they wanted to garden. They were calling it Operation Gridlock.
So they're going to just say, fuck public health and safety because they can't go fishing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And their number of cases are increasing because people don't want to stop doing things to where they're being exposed or they're exposing people. So, yeah. Yes, Margie, Ken is getting white girl wasted.
On the Moscato.
Yep.
Had to pack, walk to the liquor store, closed. Had to get the pink Moscato.
So I want to share a couple of
Don't tell my business.
What?
Don't tell my business.
What are you talking about?
I'm just letting you know, don't tell my business.
I am not telling your business. So shut up.
You need to watch out what you're doing when you get to sharing these pictures because we can see your whole feed, dog.
Shut up. That's none of your business.
I don't want to. You better be careful.
So this was what someone tweeted about the protest, which I completely understand. Basically, they're using the Confederate flag as an excuse or as a part of their protest to say we're not going to listen and we're going to do what we want to do. You can't take my rights away and all this stuff. So
they wilding with that. They just doing a little bit too much for me. Margie, Margie, you got to speak for this, man. What are they doing? Look at all these These are all Carls and Karens out there acting a fool.
Don't use, we can't use Karen anymore, remember?
Look, there's a bunch of Karens in the background. We're gonna do what we want to do. They call us the N-word, we can call them Karens.
I mean, we don't know if the N-word was used or not.
Please, they carrying them flags. You know it was flew around there.
Okay, well, I just wanted to kind of speak on Michigan since they're protesting government. I mean, what would you call it? A government lockdown. They don't want their rights taken away.
So many Karens at work.
So you know what happens when you don't follow these orders?
What happens?
We get to where we're at right now with over 2 million confirmed cases of coronavirus around the world.
2 million around the world.
2 million.
I said a word, I don't know what I said, Kimberly. But that just goes to show you, Karens are idiots. You just gotta find a reason to do that. That's just weird.
2 million confirmed cases around the world. How do you feel about that?
Shit, I'm in the house. I've been in the house for 30 days. So that's where I'm at with it. I can't deal with it. I'm going stir crazy.
So talk about these stimulus checks. Have you gotten yours?
No, I have not got my stimulus check because I haven't taken care of my business in some time. Working on getting that done, but I'm not even, like I said before, I'm not even in, stop sharing your screen. I'm not even in a rush to do that because it's just what it is. But I will say this, I didn't get where that video was from, man. I need to see where that video is from. But now.
So speaking of the stimulus checks, I have some more funny tweets from people of how they feel about the IRS website trying to check the status of their stimulus check, and it says payment status not available. So I just want to share some of those funny tweets with y'all. Hey, Bobby Duke, thank you for joining us. So this one is, it says, what?
Nah, Bobby Duke say Kirby and I got ours.
No, Bobby Duke, I don't think that's true because I am being irresponsible, even though I get on Ken's butt about being responsible. I haven't finished filing my taxes yet. I'm doing my taxes myself, of course, but I haven't finished, and I have gotten my stimulus check today.
While we in pre-production, she had to hang the phone. Oh, my shipping hit. I got to go, y'all.
We weren't in pre-production, first of all.
We were talking about what we're gonna be talking about today.
No, we weren't.
I could have swore we was.
No, you were talking about some club stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, here are some tweets. Scott Dworkin says, I don't want to hear about the initial Obamacare site ever again. Here's another one.
Because people going on there trying to see where their status at and saying it's slow and the site shutting down and shit like that.
Yeah, that's right, David. They go off of your 2018 taxes.
Payment status not available. Now, as you share these tweets, people waiting on their stimulus checks.
Right.
Now, we touched on the subject that ruffled a few feathers last Monday. And what I said holds true because in Richmond County, I can't really think where they at, but the Richmond County Sheriff's Office responding to a large crowd outside a City Tax Financial location. Oh, here's the location on Peach Orchard Road. wherever that is.
Wait, hold on. So I think this is my favorite tweet. Next time I get a bill reminder, I'm going to tell them payment status not available and tell them not to email or call me. If it's good enough for the IRS, then you better believe it's good enough for me. So I'm sorry, Ken.
Boy, Marcus Carter here. Nah, you meant everything you did. You just fucked my whole segment up for your tweets because I don't have a Twitter.
I love tweets. People are very funny, and you asked me what was trending on Twitter, so I'm showing you what's trending on Twitter.
On the Twitter.
On Twitter.
But when people get those types of notifications, man, these people that we were talking about last week who was gonna fuck the money up, now it's about, I want to say 50 to 60 young women, bonnets and children in tow, in front of this tax place. The police are out there, and these people finna mob the goddamn tax place because they don't understand how going to a third-party tax preparer, like one of them, not an H&R Block or a Jackson Hewitt, but going to like a little strip mall type, like a Liberty Tax type situation. So they thinking the people getting over on them because they was like, well, the account that they said associated with my taxes is not my account, and this, that, and the other, and they finna beat this dude up. The police is surrounding this guy, and he trying to answer all their questions, but it's like, you really going crazy behind, I'm not talking about nobody, $1,200, $2,400, $3,800 if you got a couple kids. You see what I'm saying? But you finna go ham and go to jail behind a check that's gonna be coming to you soon because you think somebody trying to get over. I had another partner, he had to go live because he has a tax business. And this is when I found out, if you go to those third-party tax businesses or those people who, oh, I do taxes online or whatever, Margin gonna say they got 4,400 US dollars. But the checks don't come to them. The checks are ran, and then they go to an account and then disperse like that. The fucking government fucked up and sent the money all at one time, and now they trying to figure out where the fuck this money go because they don't really work like that. It probably would have been better if they would have done, what's that? Paper checks.
I thought that's what most of them did.
No, but they do direct deposit, so they thinking the people doing their taxes getting over on them and cause the goddamn mob.
Well, I thought that they only sent a direct deposit if you signed up for that, either on your last taxes or on your current taxes if you have already filed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But some of those places, they work with a bank, and that's when it's like, they'll tell you, come to the place and come get your check. That's the places that cut checks at their place. That comes from a bank, not them.
I see what you're saying. It's coming out of a particular account. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right, and it's a bank that they use, that the tax preparers use. Is not their account, but the people just don't even get it to where they just, you know.
Well, this is why I feel like you should go to people that you trust to do your taxes. I had an accountant for years that did my taxes for me. And then now I'm doing them myself because I have all of my documents. I know what I need to file and what forms I need to have. And not everybody knows that. You can go to somebody around the corner that say, hey, I do taxes, I'll hook you up. But, you know, it's not always accurate. And then you might get audited. You might, you know.
Yeah, I deal with that at the end of the day. But look, Bobby Duke went to school or something because he talking like in a language that I'm just like, a little bit over my head. He used the word antiquated.
Why don't you get your vocabulary up, Ken?
No, my vocabulary is up, but at this point, that was a long sentence, and I was just like, that's a bit too much for me right now.
So you don't understand that sentence? Paper
I do.
check.
I was being funny. I was.
Okay, I'm
God
just making.
Damn.
Because I was going to give you a school lesson right now.
I know how you feel, man. I know it spelled public school wrong. What the fuck? Bobby, you dropped the ball, man. But no, I got a question for our 10 watchers right here, man. I asked Jordy earlier. I said, what type of mind state do you have to be in to where if someone says I'm gonna give you something between this day and that day, and just because people around you are getting it, why you gotta go and create a mob during a pandemic, like 40 people in the middle of the day? What are they doing?
Men, women, and children all just congregated outside of this place.
And finna beat the dude up. But then we were supposed to have been the bad guys last week, and we were talking about, I hope our people don't do that. And who was out there? The people of a darker hue. But I'm just like, what makes you, all right, Joy, what puts you in that? What just like, I want my $1,200 because you said you're gonna give it to me.
This is what I think right here. I think people, when it comes to, there's different scenarios for me in my head. Okay, I would say maybe about 2 or 3. So the first scenario is that these people, I'm not gonna put a specific race, age, gender, anything on it, but the people who are money hungry, they wanna go get their money. I want my money, what's going on? I want my money right now, right? There's other people who are listening to whatever's out there.
You trying your best. Go ahead and say it.
Hold on. There's other people who are just listening to whatever's out there. It can be anything floating around on Facebook, on Instagram, just hearsay, he say, she say, just going around the town. Oh, what if it's a scam? Oh, I was supposed to file this way. Oh, I was supposed to fill this out. Oh, I didn't do that. Where's my money at? Why haven't I got my stimulus? My next door neighbor got theirs. Why haven't I got mine? You know what I'm saying? Just listening to all of the bull crap that's circulating behind it. Basically, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. When the IRS gives it to you.
Right. But I'm like, what you in such a, first of all, we ain't supposed to be going nowhere.
We're not.
What you gonna do with it? What you gonna buy?
They just want to say they got it.
Shut up before you get me in trouble.
You need a door.
No, the door is cracked. Like, that was just loud.
Okay. Yeah, Bobby Duke, I completely understand. It's, the masses are chaos, and people just don't know who to believe, who to trust. They listen to so much bullshit that they can't think for themselves anymore.
It just throws me off. And I just sit back and listen to them just talking. I'm just like, you really tripping? You just tripping. Somebody trying to get over on you. Somebody, you finna mess around and go to jail trying to tear up somebody's business because something that's out of their control, because you think they're trying to get over on you. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, even like all the whole groups of people, this whole situation could get his business shut down with saying, oh, I went to so-and-so and they messed over me, when they didn't have no control over that.
Right. And not only that, but I think that, a lot of people who rely on irreliable sources, like someone to
irreliable, I don't think that's a word.
Non-reliable.
There we go. I was You're not gonna pass that up.
I can't think right now. I'm hungry.
Oh, somebody trying to get off camera, and she would let me go off camera to find me a wine glass so I can be sophisticated.
I'm not gonna go. I'm about to eat some food. I'm not about to eat food on camera. A snack maybe.
I'd like to break this down right quick.
Let me finish my point.
No, hold on. This is
I was talking.
1 second, please.
No, that was 1 second. Okay.
We got a new VIP patron just dropped during the podcast.
Wow.
Patrick Dunk and his wife are VIP patrons. Thank you, the Dunks.
I would play some music, but I don't want to get us copyright strikes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Now I got to send out something. Hold on. So I think while I'm doing this, I think that people need to stop relying on these places to be the only places to where they can do their taxes. And I think that we need to be more financially aware. Not saying that as far as spending habits, because we talked about that yesterday. I'm talking about knowing how to file taxes if you need to do it on your own, knowing what certain deductions are and things like that, and being able to know that you're not getting screwed over if you do decide to go to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're relying too much on someone to do things for you, but then you turn around and accuse them of, doing you dirty.
Right. But like I say, like what you're saying, like if you just running up behind money, you always think somebody trying to play you. Instead, if you could just sit back and just look at the big picture and say, man, it's coming, it's just going this, that, and other. But if it starts getting out of hand, then you start going like in a reasonable manner and emotion level. We go like, hey, look, man, this was owed to me, bro. What's going on? And now they have to explain to you. But if you go in that bitch, hell no, we won't go. Man, that dude finna shut it down. They even had like a young lady come out the building, and it was like, let's talk to her, let's get her. And I'm like, and the lady ran back in the room, like what they was gonna do to her?
I mean, I put it like this: even if they were to explain it to them, would they understand? You got to understand how these places work. You know what I'm saying?
But my dude he went on live just to dispel that, because he said people was hitting him up saying he trying to get over. And he was like, man, I don't have your money. It's just something that the government is like, when something happens and they're not used to it, they throw money at it and hope it goes away, and then it gets fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, but that's the world we live in, where people just like it's your money. You know what I'm saying? But they hitting it with the JG Wentworth. It's my money and I want it now. Like you go to work for 14 days and then your check comes. It's 5 days after that. You know what I'm saying? So you do that, and then you want to, soon as somebody say, oh, they didn't even really give a date. They never gave a date. It was always speculation and Instagram memes and Facebook memes. But then as soon as people got to dropping their fucking, and I got something else to say.
You said yes.
We got 12 people in here. If you have anyone who shows their bank balance, I'm yelling at them, need to calm down, who shows their bank balance, and they get that, I got my check $1,200, and they balance is $1,150 or $1,149 because they done overdrew their account, they don't need to be showing their bank account. I see if they have like a little savings or something, but you're not gonna show me a $1,200 balance after a $1,200 deposit. Just don't show it. And please, another thing, Don't have these people out here making these fans of these fucking 20s or trying to hold the money phone with some ones. Call them out. Don't let them people slide, because they're going to have some ignorant people with them goddamn fame, the money fame. I got my money. Shut your $1,200 ass up before I make change.
Yeah, Kirby, I completely agree with you. We need to start with education in school. I did not learn anything about taxes while I was in school. Anything. We were taught how to write a check and where you sign it at and how to write out the money.
Hey, here's the thing. You showing your age right now because niggas ain't even writing checks no more. You early 80s.
That is what?
Early 80s.
I wasn't even born then. What are you talking about?
You learned how to write a check in the 90s?
I grew up in the South, fool.
No, checks were obsolete in 93.
No, they were not.
Showing your age, Joya. If you learn how to write a check.
Ken is really trying to make me.
Was you learn it in civics class?
No, I didn't have civics. Ken is really trying to make me old like him.
If you learn how to write checks in school.
Anyway, can I finish the point that Kirby was trying to make?
Go ahead.
I agree with you. It does need to be taught in school and especially at home. I was fortunate enough for my parents, whenever I was old enough, I had my own bank account, and my mother taught me how to keep a checkbook. So you would go in, each time you bought something, you kept the receipt, you write it down, added, subtracted, all of that stuff, and it made you so much more aware of how fast money is spent. So it does start at home, and I agree with that. We really need to teach people how to advocate for themselves, because this is why we have so many people stuck in financial situations to where they can't get out of, or that they don't even understand. Half people don't even understand what it takes, the ins and outs of finances to purchase a home, to even buy a car or anything. They just know, go to the mall and spend. And we need to get ourselves to that.
People who buy houses don't know how to buy houses, because as soon as you try to learn something from someone who has bought a house, they never can tell you even the preliminary. All it is if you get your credit right, you need a 630. You need a 640 and find you a mortgage broker.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of tidbits. You probably need more than
a little tidbit. You want to give me a little tidbit or a little bit of tidbit?
You know what I meant. My sugar level is low right now. You probably would need a higher credit score than that, depending on what type of home you want to purchase.
With your HO, get the lowest of low loans. First time home buyers in the
They have people that will help you with that, but
right. That's what I'm saying.
You do need to make sure that to have the best chances of getting the house that you want, that your credit is right, and you also need to make sure that your debt to income ratio is lower than 50%.
Right. But people finesse that too, though.
You can finesse it depending on if you have outside incomes.
Right. And get gifted.
Right. And also if you have a partner or if you're married, that can be manipulated as well.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is when you ask somebody, like, if you just preliminary, like you got somebody who buys a house, man, tell me what I need to do. I got this lady I can show you. That's what they tell you. They didn't tell you what they did, how much they don't want you in their. I say this and that. It's just I'll give you my lady. I got a guy. No, motherfucker, that's not what I'm asking you. Show me, what did you do?
I mean, I understand why people do that because of the fact that every person's financial situation is different.
Right.
So I think that they're a professional, and that's why they're recommending you to them. And that's why they're like, hey, just go talk to them, and they're gonna base everything off of your financial, you know.
No, that's not how I'm built. If I buy a house, I'm gonna tell you my everything. This is what I had to fix. This is what I had. This is what we brought to the table, and this is what we came up with. Most people just go like, here's my girl's card.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, what does it take to buy a house? What was your process? But people, and they say they're your people, but them the ones who be holding the information the closest. I'd be like, if it was me, I'd be like, man, I did this, that, I did this, I fell off doing this, I did this, and it may work for you. If not that, if you have $0 saved, try to save this amount of money. They won't even tell you that.
Well, that's because you can't tell someone how much money to save for a house if you don't know.
But if you have
what
zero,
the price of the house is.
But no, what I'm saying is, if you have, I'm sure they're looking at your house and they're just like, they don't have a house. It's like, man, I would love a house like this. And right. You just go like, they don't even, what I'm saying is, it don't have to be their number, but give them a number.
Right.
Give them a goal to work towards. Because they're at zero, you can at least give them, man, at least save your $15,000 or find a way to get $15,000, get $20,000. You got to have this much down, this percentage, depends on the loan. Say that. They're not saying nothing.
I would always recommend somebody who's going to buy a house to at least have 7 to 10% of the price of the house available.
But they're not even saying that is what I'm saying, Joy.
But I mean, you may not even need it, because if you can get like, you know, like you were saying, the different types of loans that assist you with things, then you may not even need to have any money to put.
Right. I know, but people won't put them ahead of the game instead of not in the game.
Right. Well, I always ask 50 million questions, like, where do you want to live? Which part of the city? What's the most amount?
You live.
What's the most amount of money?
Hey,
can I finish?
She up there with the people with that money.
All right, guys, this was a good podcast. I thank you guys so much for joining us today. I have not eaten since lunch, so I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Again, like Ken said yesterday, I come directly off from work and come to do this podcast for you guys. But we will be doing one either Friday or Saturday, and I can't wait for that. We might have a special guest on, don't know yet, but it just depends on what Ken wants to do. Yeah, thank you guys again. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, check out the Patreon, all that. I love you guys. You got something to say?
Since you want to do the outro, I just was shutting up.
I was trying to get you to shut up while I was making a point, but now you want to be quiet. All right. Yeah, Kay Alexander, I definitely think that it is a very stressful process. Definitely, Kirby, find a great agent that's going to work with you. You know, just, I think that overall, if you know what you want, especially in the housing market, you know what area you want to live in, you're going to find what you really want. You just have to manage your money right, make sure that you put into account that once you move in the house, you're going to want to furnish it. You know, you're going to want to do all these things. Maybe you want to paint or anything, you know, you got to factor all of that in before you even think about buying a house. So anyway, thanks guys. Ken?
You want me to go?
Never mind. Thank you guys. This has been another great episode of Maybe I'm Tripping podcast. This was episode 11. Can you guys believe that? 11. I have been Joy the Queen, and this is
Big Ken. Hey guys. We trying to get this content out. It just ain't nothing going on. We doing our best to entertain you guys. But this weekend, I'm going to have the correct bottles and the correct supplies. Everybody, it's the weekend. Joy, are you drinking with us this weekend?
Yes. Yes. If I don't have a migraine, I will drink with you guys.
You have to drink with us this weekend.
I'm going to get me a nice bottle of something.
It's going to be brown. Put that hair on your chest.
I might get some tequila rose.
Oh my God. Lord, please keep your clothes on.
Tastes like strawberry milk. It's real good.
That sounds like diarrhea. But no, this has been another episode of Maybe I'm Tripping.
So you're gonna do the ending all over again?
Joy
Really?
the Queen.
You gonna say my name too? Bye guys. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace. Y'all still here till she cuts it off.